It was a song written by a man. So I don't even have to say anything. If a man sings that song, you know what he's singing about, right? Okay. So I'm saying to them, what do you want me to do? Kick my dress up and do a can-can? And they said, no, think about what it could mean. It could be an anthem. So my, spiteful and activist little mind got going because I burnt my training bra at the first demonstration at the Alice in Wonderland statue. For me, for my mother, and for my grandmother, and all the women that I saw in the generation before me who were disenfranchised, completely derailed. But then again, I'm half Sicilian, and if you know about how Sicilians think and the history of Sicily, you would understand why they always derail the women. They want the women near home. The women eventually become the free domestic help, and they become the help when you're old. And unfortunately, that's how it goes for a lot of women. So I decided that I would do something, and I thought a long time about it, and I put when it came for the lineup of girls, I said to them, and I said to Ed Griles, who was the director, and he was good enough to really be supportive, and we got every racial group of girl, mixed, Spanish, white, black, Asian, everybody, so that every little girl who looked at that video would want to join our club and understand that every young woman, older woman, every person is entitled to a joyful experience. And this past year, during the Great Women's March, all over the world, ironically, I saw young women with signs that said, girls just want to have fun, demento rights. And all the stuff that I talked about in the 80s where everybody said, come on, don't be so political. Everything's feminism. What's wrong with you? And I was like, well, even Bob Dylan asked me one time, he said, and it was 1990, and he said to me, which I'm saying here at the Old Tower Records, so the walls might come in. He said, oh, I saw you in that John Lennon tribute, because it was a tribute in 1990 I did. And he said, I thought you were really, really terrific, and I would have you in my band, and I don't like chicks in bands. So I looked at him and I says, I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment. And he said, one of those women libbers. And I bit my lip, okay? I didn't say blowing in the wind, Bob, blow it out your ass. I didn't say that. Instead, I said, well, Bob, if I'm not concerned about my own civil liberties, who will be? Which brings me to something else. If you want an inclusive society and you want to be included, you gotta include yourself. And you have to vote. Otherwise, we're going to have the same people over and over. And they get to change the laws without you. Because 26, you're a reporter, 26% of the people voted. And you know what they voted on? They voted on being able to change the Constitution. In other words, they could get together and change our laws, our Constitution. I voted no. I think I lost.
Here in New York, yeah.
I think I lost. I think because 26% of the people showed up and gave a damn. Nobody else did. And in New York, they can fuck with the Constitution. So, there you have it. You want to be included? include yourself. And yeah, it wasn't just a fun video. I had to get past the gatekeepers, so we made it a lot of fun. And I made people laugh their ass off, while really I was speaking to a generation of young women, appealing to them. And I put my own mother in the video because I did not want, there was a big thing in the 80s that you wouldn't talk to your mother. And I thought, oh, you're not going to talk to your mother or your grandmother, huh? So what they got away with your mother and your grandmother, guess what? Be an idiot. Don't find out what they had to go through. And you'll be going through the same thing. You won't learn at all. Because how do you conquer a people? You take away their history. That's how you do it. How do you find your history? It's an oral history. You talk to your mother, your grandmother, your aunt. You find out your history. And you find out what history you want to make. It's called herstory. All right, I'm on a roll.
Cyndi.
I shouldn't have had that second cup of coffee. That was wrong. Okay.